Hey guys, today I have a different kind of video for you guys. If you can't tell by the title, I am pregnant and I kind of just wanted to do more of a personal kind of video for you guys. I don't know how this is going to go or how much I'm going to share on YouTube depending on what I see and the feedback that I see from you guys. So we'll see how it goes, but I wanted to go ahead and share with you guys my trying to conceive story and just kind of like what I've been liking during my first trimester and my first symptoms as far as pregnancy goes. So I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but as far as my trying to conceive story, me and my husband have been trying for 3 years, and we had no kind of positive pregnancy test whatsoever. We just didn't think we were going to be able to conceive. It just kind of had this unknown infertility kind of thing to us because they literally could not find out what was wrong. My husband came out completely normal as far as his semen analysis. As far as me, my ovaries, my fallopian tubes, my hormones, everything was absolutely perfect. So it was like, what's going on, what's wrong, you know, and it was a very difficult and very trying time the last 3 years, like just the whole emotional roller coaster of it, trying, you know, just trying and nothing, you know, nothing at all happening. So it was extremely frustrating. I was on hormones for quite a while as well, and apart from getting symptoms and weight gain, I just like nothing worked for me. So we had gotten to the point recently that we were like, you know what the hell? We are just gonna go ahead and do a surgery, which my doctor wanted to do, like an investigative surgery to make sure that I didn't have endometriosis that they couldn't detect. And then secondly, we would have to do like the insemination, artificial insemination, and if that didn't work, then the in vitro or the IVF. So we were prepared mentally for that, and we were just kind of like, that's what's gonna have to happen because, you know, it's just not happening naturally. The only thing when I got pregnant that I was taking was a maca root. My friend Vanessa, she actually has a channel here on YouTube. She does makeup. She does a lot of Instagram, beautiful Instagram pictures, and I will link her down below. She recommended that I take maca root. She said that really helps her. So I had given up on the hormones. I had given up on tracking everything from my cervical mucus to my temperature to, I mean, ovulation strips. I had finished, like, I was done. I was literally like, this is it. I'm done doing all of this, you know, and it's very stressful to do that for 3 years. I think it was around November of last year that I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm not going to keep doing this to myself and torturing myself. So I just stopped cold turkey. I was like, no, I'm not gonna keep doing this, you know, because it becomes like an obsession. And if you're there at that point, or if you've ever been at that point, you know that it just becomes so consuming to your heart and to your mind, and it's just like overwhelming for yourself to keep obsessing over it, you know. So I stepped away from my app. I stepped away from doing all of that, and the only thing I was taking was the maca root. It's a natural root that's supposed to help like increase your LH. So I started taking that. If you are interested in taking that, I would definitely say do your research on Google and, you know, talk to your doctor about it, see if, you know, it's something for you. And that's what I did, and I started taking it. I took it for about a month and a half, and I got pregnant. I don't know if it was the maca root or if it was just because, like, mentally I was drained. I was like, that's it. I'm not going to think about this anymore. And once I kind of, and I know it's super hard for people to relax, because people would tell me that all the time. Stop thinking about it. Just relax, you know. But when you want something to happen and you want it that bad, it's really hard not to. So there was never a moment that I didn't think about it, because of the fact that it was something that I wanted. And I'm at an age where it's kind of like you're in between, or the doctor kind of calls it like, oh, you're at you know, you're still in between the it's kind of like a a time zone where you have like a certain age to have a baby, and after 35 you become a high risk pregnancy. So it's something that, you know, you feel like that pressure. And I'm 34 right now, and it's very, you know, as the years kept going by and I'm like, okay, I'm 32 now, I'm 33 now, you know, it was like, oh my God, my time's ticking away and I'm not going to be able to get pregnant. So it's something that can really consume your mind and really frustrate you a lot. So if you're there, I totally, you know, my heart goes out to you. I know how frustrating it can be. Keep at it and don't give up. And you know, it's just something really, really hard to go through and to really suffer through emotionally as well. So yeah, so we found out almost at the end, I think like the 3rd week of January, and it was very, very emotional. It was super surprising, and it was crazy because I had already accepted my new job. I was starting orientation, and like my husband's going through a new job as well, so it's kind of like everything came at us at once. And you know, it was kind of like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I just started this new job, like I already quit my old job, you know, so it was really hard, but it all worked out at the end. Thankfully, my new boss already knows that I am pregnant. She's, you know, 100% supportive about it, and you know, it's kind of just crazy how everything just kind of works itself out. So it just worked out for the better. So yeah. Okay, so aside from my trying to conceive story, I wanted to kind of go ahead and go through my first symptoms. One of the first things that I started feeling especially were my breasts, like your boobs, on the sides especially, just like the sides were really, really, and I don't know if you can't tell by the title and by the description box, this is more of a, you know, this is like a no filter kind of video. So if you're not trying to get pregnant and you're not interested in pregnancy or anything like that, this is probably like TMI for you, so, or too much information. But if you are, then you're probably interested in it. Okay, so one of my first symptoms was like the sides of my breasts were really, really sore. I mean, I'm not talking about like the normal soreness that you get when you're on your period. I'm talking about like, I have a bruise and somebody punched me there kind of thing. And that was what I really, really felt. And I was like, that's kind of weird. And then, you know, I didn't really see it, but my husband kind of noticed that they looked, you know, fuller. And aside from that, right away I started getting really nauseous. I'm always sensitive as far as my nose goes. I'm very sensitive to smells. I always have been most of my life. I get nauseous really easily, so it was just kind of really, really more enhanced now that I'm pregnant. I started getting really bad morning sickness, just like, I don't know how to describe it because I wasn't vomiting, like literally vomiting. I just get like this kind of feeling like I have something stuck there, like when you're nauseous but nothing really comes up. I just kind of get like the feeling or like the reflex that I'm going to vomit but nothing comes out, which is horrible. And it's gotten to the point, it was to the point where every 2 to 3 hours I would feel like that. Like it's just like non-stop going, feeling like I'm gonna regurgitate something and I don't. So it was kind of like all day kind of thing. I don't know why they call it morning sickness, because it got to the point where it was like all day, all night kind of thing. Now it's kind of calmed down quite a bit. It's only more in the morning that I feel a little bit like that. And you know, what I do is I eat a few saltine crackers and I'm good to go. So that was something that, you know, was a little something to get used to. Also certain smells, like as far as like raw meat, I can't even see or smell. It just like, ugh, it's just something so nasty to me. It's even been hard for me to even eat kind of any kind of meat unless like it's prepared somewhere else and I can't smell it, and then I get it nice and cooked, and even then sometimes I just can't. So that's just something to keep in mind. Your nose can be really, really sensitive to a lot of things, and that's just like another symptom. Apart from that, I did have cramping, and I did think that my period was gonna come, and I did have like those normal kind of cramps that you get when your period is coming, and I you know, so I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, I'm you know, it's gonna come. It's just late. It's just a little bit late, you know. And usually when I have those symptoms, it does come. So it was very, very shocking. It wasn't until like the whole pain in my boobs that I actually decided to take a urine test, and it came out positive. And you know, I had never gotten a positive test before, so I like stared at it for 3 minutes and was just like, okay. And then tears started coming down my face, and I was just so in shock. And my husband was in such shock that he just like, he needed me to pee again in front of him. So and I know that's TMI, but he just really, really wanted to make sure that it was positive. And so we ended up taking 3 tests, and all of them came out positive. So so yeah, it was exciting to finally be able to say that I was pregnant. I was gonna wait a while to tell my parents, but I could not hold it in, so we went and told them that same day. My mom was in so much shock because they knew we were trying to conceive, but you know, knew that we had some issues and that we would probably not be able to do it naturally. So so it was something that was a really fun shock, but you know, it was almost like everyone was like, no, it's not happening. No, oh no, you're lying. Oh, this is a joke, you know? And I was like, no, it's not a joke. I'm not kidding. We are. So, but we're all super, super thrilled and super excited. And I actually, was able to do my first sonogram last week. We thought we had a few like less weeks than we actually do. I'm actually 12 weeks and 2 days today. And so when they told us how many weeks we were like, whoa. We were actually shocked. And I'm going to insert our little sonogram here so you guys can see it. The baby's actually sucking its thumb. We still don't know the sex of the baby. So we will definitely see if maybe one of the next 2 sonograms they told us that we should know. So we'll see. Usually people don't get sonograms at the 16-week mark. I'm getting a few extra sonograms because of the fact that previously I had a surgery like way, I don't know, like maybe 9 years ago, because I had some precancerous cells that had to be removed. I had a positive PAP. I don't know if anyone has ever been through that, but I had to have a procedure known as a LEAP, and that can really tear on your uterus and your cervix and can cause your cervix to weaken. And so they want to keep an eye to make sure that my cervix stays nice and strong and I am able to hold the baby to term. If not, they do stitch it to help it so that it's not as weak. So we'll see how that goes. So I might know the sex of the baby a little bit sooner, which will be super, super exciting. So those are basically all my symptoms. I didn't feel like I had a ton of symptoms. It was just kind of like the basics. And last, I kind of wanted to go through my favorite things in my first trimester. There's not a lot of things, but I kind of wanted to share with you guys. First thing is saltine crackers. Saltine crackers have saved my life for the last probably like 2 months or so. Every time I would get nauseous, that's exactly what I would eat, just saltine crackers. I felt like I was just like a parrot because I just kept consuming saltine crackers. It was the only thing that would help with my nausea. Another thing that I absolutely cannot live without is lemon juice. I go to the fresh market and get like fresh squeezed pure lemons and get the lemon juice, and I actually can't drink water unless there's like a little squirt of lemon juice in it, or, you know, I make my own like natural shakes with lemon juice. It just helps with the nausea, and it just really is mostly what I can drink. Apart from that, I have been addicted to grapefruits and just fruits in general. I just can't stop consuming them, and it's just like one of the few things that actually sits well in my stomach. Aside from that, this has helped me a lot, and these are the Preggy Pops. I've had like 3 or 4 boxes of these. This one's brand new. These are just like natural flavored sour candies that kind of help with nausea. These helped me at the beginning a lot. I know a lot of people say that to them that it's just like little sugary candies, but it does have like a sour kind of taste to it, and you could probably just use a sour candy and like suck on it and it would probably do the same thing. But these were really helpful, and I liked having them a lot. Another thing is that they're all natural, they're drug free, so they are really nice to suck on and just kind of get away from those nauseating feeling. So I do really enjoy these. I would definitely say if you're not sure, definitely just buy one pack, try it out and see if it's for you. Another thing that I really like are the Vitafusion. These are the prenatals that I've been taking. These are gummy prenatals, and these do have the DHA and folic acid that they do recommend. So I just feel like it's so much easier for me, especially because you're so nauseated and you don't feel good. You know, it's hard for you to swallow pills, and I feel like this really helped me a lot to just be able to chew them, and it's more like a sour little candy, so it's easier for you to consume. Another thing that I've really been loving as far as like skincare is the Burt's Bee Mama Bee Nourishing Body Oil. This is with vitamin E. I actually just finished this bottle. As you can see, it's empty. I have 2 more that I bought. I just bought them in bulk. I bought them through Target's website. This smells like lemony, so it kind of really helps with your nausea, and at the same time it's just a very nice absorbent oil. I use it all over like all the front of my body, basically, all over my tummy, all over my boobs, and I did see videos kind of suggesting and kind of recommending that you should put it all over your hoo-ha and your whole area, because that'll help like with the stretching, and as you're further along, it'll help just kind of really moisturize that area so it doesn't like expand too much or like tear or anything like that. So I don't know if that's really true or not. I might tell you guys after I have my child, but for now, if that's a recommendation, I'm gonna go for it. So this is really nice. It smells lemonly. It has lemon oil, sweet almond, and vitamin E, and it just kind of really hydrates your skin and keeps it nice and soft. I know a lot of people say that it doesn't matter how many oils or how many creams you use. If you're gonna get stretch marks, you're gonna get them, but I still like kind of really taking care of my skin and moisturizing it, and I feel like this is really nice. Next thing that I found was on the Target website. This is the Burt's Bee Mama Bee Leg and Foot Cream. This has peppermint oil and rosemary leaf extract. It soothes, conditions, and encourages healthy circulation. Even if you're not pregnant and you have issues with restless legs, or like your feet and your legs hurting because you're on your feet a lot, I definitely recommend this. It's completely natural, and it just like tingles your legs and like cools your legs, and just really helps like with circulation. And with like when your feet and legs are super tired, it's so good. I was super surprised at how good this was, especially at my old job. I was on my feet a lot and like running around a lot, and a lot of times my feet and my legs were horrible. I mean, by the end of the night, like I just feel like all this tingling through my feet. So this really helped a lot, like gave a really nice cooling sensation, and helped like control like that kind of like that pain, like that, like almost like you're gonna get a cramp in your leg kind of feeling. So I really do recommend this, and they say that this is really good, especially as you're further along in your pregnancy. Your feet, because of the extra weight, start to hurt a lot, so they say that this is really good for that as well. Last thing are some makeup items, and this is the IT Cosmetics, the Celebration Foundation. I'm in the shade Tan. I've just been kind of into powder foundations lately, just because of how quick and easy it is to just kind of buff it onto your face and go. Sometimes I don't even do eyeshadow looks anymore because of the fact that I'm really tired. Now that I'm kind of I just ended my first trimester, I feel like I'm getting a little bit more energy back, but especially those first 2 months were super draining for me, and it's funny because at that time I didn't think that I was pregnant, and I was on night shift, so I thought like, oh, it's just because I'm tired, you know, but it turns out that it was because, you know, that I was really pregnant. And your first trimester, you know, you don't really kind of think that it's true that, oh my god, yeah, nobody's that tired, but you are. Your body is so exhausted and so tired that it's something you can't even control. It's just like you just feel like you're a zombie, like you could just sleep forever. And So yeah, so I didn't have a lot of energy, and so this really came in handy just to really like buff out on my face and just kind of have some kind of coverage. And I really like how natural it is and how it gives a kind of like medium coverage. I really enjoy this, and I've used it so much the past 3 months that I finally hit pan on it. And I think I will continue, obviously, to use this. And the other thing is the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This was just like quick and easy to just do on my eyebrows. I would just literally use this on my eyebrows, a little mascara, and you know, some lip gloss, and be out the door. And that was basically like my beauty regimen the last few months. So so yeah, so let me know what you guys think of this video. I know this is super long for a video for me because I usually don't do videos that are longer than 15 minutes. Usually I try to keep them between 12 or under that. So let me know what you guys think of this. What are your thoughts as far as like sharing you know, the month and my symptoms and what I'm liking and things like that. I'd love to hear back from you guys. And yeah, thank you guys as always for watching, for subscribing. I love you guys to death, and until next time. Bye guys.